look at my daughter full makeup, singing she's in love with an emo girl on TikTok, and I didn't have no say nor approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool.
He's 12 years old. She's 12. Walking around with a corset, the shortest miniskirt that you can have, and bright blue hair.
The Kardashian-West drama has taken another turn, and this time, the stakes are higher than social media spats. Kanye West is reportedly gearing up for a legal showdown with Kim Kardashian over their daughter North's public image, and the internet is eating it up. It all started when photos of 12-year-old North West surfaced from a trip to Rome. She was dressed in bold blue hair, heavy makeup, a corset top, a miniskirt, and chunky boots. An outfit many online critics felt was wildly inappropriate for her age. Within hours, Kim was under fire. Commenters accused her of pushing North into adulthood, with some even calling her a mother more focused on aesthetics and brand appeal than parenting. Others drew connections to Kim's controversial partnership with Balenciaga, suggesting she was exploiting her daughter for influence. Kanye, never one to stay quiet, quickly turned this into a battlefield. According to insiders, he warned Kim that if she doesn't stop letting North dress this way, he'll take her to court. But Kanye's outrage isn't just about clothes. He claims there's a deeper, darker agenda behind it all. In his view, Kim and her mother, Kris Jenner, are deliberately grooming North to be marketed as a product. He's even accused Kris of plotting to replicate the trajectory that launched Kim's fame, hinting at exploitative motives. This isn't the first time North has been pulled into her parents' clash. Earlier this year, Kanye sparked backlash when he featured her on a track alongside Sean Diddy Combs, a figure with a troubling history of abuse allegations. Kim was furious, pointing out that she legally controls the trademark for North West, and never approved her daughter's involvement. She texted Kanye, reminding him that he had previously agreed she should hold the trademark until North turns 18. His response: a heated threat that if she didn't amend the agreement, he'd go to war, warning that neither of them would recover from the fallout. The irony isn't lost on fans. While Kanye claims he's trying to protect North's innocence, critics point out his own contradictions. He frequently objectifies women in his music, defends men accused of predatory behavior, and even thrust his daughter into collaborations with controversial figures. Kim, on the other hand, appears less concerned with North's exposure to questionable influences and more focused on maintaining financial control over her daughter's image.
And the saga only intensifies.
Kanye has gone so far as to accuse Kris Jenner of masterminding a sinister plan to mold North into the next Kardashian empire builder, regardless of the cost. He even invoked Kris's history, citing Ray J's claim that Kris orchestrated and selected the infamous tape that catapulted Kim into stardom. At the heart of it all lies a tragic reality. North West is caught between two parents who appear more invested in control, image, and legacy than in shielding her from the relentless glare of fame. One parent frames it as protection, the other as empowerment. But either way, North is left navigating a spotlight that no child can truly escape. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are back at odds, this time not over divorce settlements or online rants, but over something far more personal: how to raise their daughter, North. What started as viral photos of North in Italy has spiraled into threats of lawsuits, accusations of exploitation, and a renewed spotlight on the dysfunction of two of the most public parents in the world. The trigger was North's appearance in Rome, where she was photographed with long electric blue hair, dramatic makeup, a corset-style top, a miniskirt, and oversized boots. For most pre-teens, that would be a costume for Halloween. For North, it became tabloid fodder. Within hours, critics tore into Kim online, accusing her of treating her daughter like an accessory and chasing clout at the expense of age-appropriate parenting. Some even tied it back to Kim's past scandals, claiming she's repeating the same troubling patterns under the guise of fashion and self-expression. Kanye's reaction was immediate and ferocious. He reportedly told Kim that if she doesn't put a stop to North dressing this way, he'll unleash his lawyers. But his fury wasn't framed as just parental concern. According to sources close to him, Kanye is convinced this isn't about outfits at all. It's about a calculated effort by Kim and Kris Jenner to commercialize their granddaughter. He's openly accused Kris of plotting to mold North into another Kardashian brand product, even suggesting she has plans that echo the very scandal that launched Kim's fame years ago. The irony is that Kanye himself hasn't exactly kept North out of the industry. Earlier this year, he proudly announced a track featuring her alongside none other than Diddy, a figure facing a storm of allegations over his treatment of women. Fans were appalled, questioning why a 12-year-old should be placed in that orbit. Kim quickly tried to shut the collaboration down, citing her legal control over the Northwest trademark. She reminded Kanye that he had previously agreed she should hold it until their daughter turns 18. But Kanye, instead of backing down, threatened all-out war, warning Kim that neither of them would survive the public fallout.
The hypocrisy cuts both ways.
Kanye claims to be shielding North from exploitation, yet he has a long track record of sexualizing women in his art and defending men with histories of abuse. Kim insists she's protecting her daughter, but critics argue her actions reveal a different priority: maintaining exclusive control over North's image, brand, and future profits. In the tug-of-war between them, North's well-being often feels secondary to ego and ownership.
Got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, that say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on, it called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on to whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
Think about that for a second. A mother encouraging her daughter to film something as private as a tape, reviewing the footage like a producer, and then selling it off as a business venture. That's not parenting. It's profiteering. And when you frame it that way, it suddenly feels less shocking that Kim Kardashian may already be sketching out the same roadmap for her daughters, shaping them as brand extensions before they've even had the chance to simply be kids. History is hard to ignore here. Kris Jenner famously pushed not only Kim but also Kylie toward Playboy covers, despite their own reservations. Even when Kim admitted she was uneasy about revealing too much, Kris persuaded her to do another shoot that was even more revealing.
That's the Kardashian playbook. Discomfort is negotiable, as long as it sells.
This is exactly why Kanye has been so vocal about not wanting his daughters under Kris's influence. People close to him claim he's convinced Kris is already laying the groundwork to transform North and Chicago into the next generation of Kardashian headliners, with all the same controversial tactics she used on Kim and Kylie. Remember, Kanye previously objected when Kim let North appear on TikTok. He ranted about how he didn't want his child dancing for millions of strangers online. At the time, Kim brushed him off, chalking it up to him being controlling. But if his fears are correct, it wasn't just about TikTok. It was about the early signs of North being ushered into the Kardashian branding machine. The receipts go back years. In June 2020, just before Kim filed for divorce, Kanye called Kris out publicly. He wrote that he would put his life on the line to make sure North's mother would never sell her daughter's body the way she had sold her own. He doubled down, swearing on God that North would never end up posing for Playboy under Kim's watch. His posts were frantic, even chaotic, but the message was clear. He didn't trust Kris, or Kim, to protect his daughter from the same fate. And now, the cycle looks like it's repeating itself. Kim is being dragged for dressing North like a grown woman, while Kanye is warning about protecting her innocence, even as he simultaneously ropes her into music projects with men like Diddy. Then there's Kris, the architect of the Kardashian empire, who has a proven history of turning her children into brand commodities. Caught in the middle of all this noise is North, a child whose every outfit, hairstyle, and TikTok is dissected by millions of strangers. At the end of the day, it's not about whether Kanye is right, Kim is reckless, or Kris is scheming. It's about the fact that North doesn't get to be just a kid. So here's the question. Is Kanye truly onto something when he warns about Kim and Kris exploiting their daughters, or is he undermined by his own hypocrisy? And more importantly, Does Kris really have a plan to build Kim K 2.0 out of her granddaughter?